City Hall has been closed since early this morning except for safety and snow removal operations and for stranded travelers. These are passengers who are headed out on Amtrak or on long-distance buses. Where are you trying to get?
San Francisco.
And what happened?
The weather. The weather made the bus stopped.
And there are 13 people who were burned out of a convalescent home on Crawford who will be coming here this evening. Mayor Kucinich still in Washington, so Joseph T. Green, at the age of 24, the finance director, is operating as the acting mayor, and he says that for people who do not have power this evening, the city will be trying to help you.
Anyone who has a power outage in their home and it's an emergency situation can telephone City Hall at 694-2666. We will dispatch emergency vehicles out to those homes to pick up the people and transport them to facilities that are providing shelter for people without power.
Why were the snow removal trucks, salt trucks, and the plows not out today?
Well, the problem we had was with the salt was we'd lay the salt down on the roads and the wind would blow it right off. So I ordered the service department to throw cinder and slag, which is a heavier material, and that's making the roads passable. As far as snow removal, we haven't had the need this afternoon because the snow is being blown off the roads by the wind. We have had some severe drifting problems that we're attacking this afternoon.
Do you have any reason to hope that the city will be in a better shape tomorrow morning?
The city will be in better shape tomorrow, especially if the weather treats us better than it did today.
Okay.
Electricity out in various parts of the city. But the most serious thing that appears to be happening in Parma right now is a major water main break. That's on Chevrolet Boulevard between Brook Park and Snow Road. Chevrolet Boulevard in front of the Parma Chevy plant. One man out here who runs an ambulance service, Reliable Ambulance, says if you've got a problem and you need emergency service out here, you can call him at 842-4466 for Reliable Ambulance in Parma. He'll help you if you're in the general area. Shelters have also been opened in Parma for those who may be without heat in their homes, and we'll give you a quick rundown of where they are. The Salvation Army on Brook Park Road, Regency Tower Apartments on Day Drive, that's Day Drive, and Parma General Hospital near the Parmatown Shopping Center. If you have to go to any of those shelters tonight, you should bring your own bedding along. They'll try to provide food and warm drink to keep you warm through this very cold weather. If you don't have to be out tonight, remember the wind chill factor is about -50. Now we'll send it back to the studio.
And we'll be going back to you just a little bit later.
It also failed out here. That's a problem that CEI is having with frozen lines and lines coming down. We are ready with our minicam out here and engineers standing by to switch instantaneously almost to the transmitter in the event of a major power failure in the downtown area or out here, so that we can bring you up to date on any information that is that you need to know. Throughout the evening we will be monitoring the situation around, and if we had to come here, if the power failed substantially downtown, we could play a number of pre-recorded broadcasts, a number of pre-recorded shows throughout the evening, and we could cut in with news bulletins anytime from here. They'd be played on this device right here, which is a small tape recorder, and able to bring you normal programming throughout the night if we had to. So we're standing by at the transmitter. If an emergency develops downtown, and if we have to come out here and keep you informed through the evening, this is where we'll be. I'm Cameron Harper, live with the minicam at the WKYC TV transmitter. Now back to the studio with the flip of a switch.
Okay, and thank you, Cameron. What driving conditions did you find?
The roads to the transmitter out here in Parma were complete sheets of ice. It was a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit, possible at the most, and people should not be driving that fast. Governor Rhodes, when he declared his state of emergency, said that this is the worst winter in the history of Ohio, or the worst storm at least, and some people in our newsroom have been around a long time say they know it is too. If you don't have to drive tonight, don't. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. We've been saying that. It's been my observation after being out a couple of times today that people, not everybody, has been heeding that warning. We're not kidding, folks. The situation is very bad on the highways around here. You can die in weather like this in a matter of minutes with a -50 chill factor, and we do not want to be reporting on the death of any of our viewers. So heed the warning, stay inside, don't leave your homes if you don't have to. This is Cameron Harper out at the transmitter. The snow The snow has stopped blowing. It's not blowing nearly as much out here as it was earlier this evening. We've been standing by at the minicam out here in case of a power failure in our downtown studios. We have the capability of going live from here, as you're seeing now. And in the event of a power failure, we would be able to keep you up to date with the latest information about this storm from our transmitter location in Parma. The roads are still in very bad condition, very icy. The salt is not working on them, so if you don't have to be on the road tonight, don't be. Stay home and keep listening to us for the latest information. This is Cameron Harper live with the minicam at our transmitter in Parma.
Things may be calm at your house tonight, and we hope they are, but at Red Cross headquarters downtown, every floor is bustling. It's from here that supplies are being sent to each of 7 shelters throughout the area. Cots, blankets, food, first aid supplies, all going to those who need it most.
There is absolutely no way that everyone can go in a shelter. It must be only those that are caught in extenuating circumstances, the very elderly, the infirmed, the very young, and those are the only people that we're really able to take care of, and not only Red Cross, but the entire community. It just has to be a sharing situation at this point, a grin and bear it, if you will.
Yeah. CIS? Okay, tell them 400 or 200, I mean. Is that yeah. John, what was it that you wanted? Now, so I'll give you a number. Just hold that. All right. Bill.
Where are you trying to
San
get?
Francisco.
And what happened?
The weather. The weather made the bus stopped.
Mayor Kucinich still in Washington, so Joseph T. Green, at the age of 24, the finance director, is operating as the acting mayor, and he says that for people who do not have power this evening, the city will be trying to help you.
Anyone who has a power outage in their home and it's an emergency situation can telephone City Hall at 694-2666. We will dispatch emergency vehicles out to those homes to pick up the people and transport them to facilities that are providing shelter for people without power.
CIS? Okay, tell them 400 or 200, I mean. Is that yeah.
Like bears foraging for food after a tough hibernation, Clevelanders emerged from their isolation today to gather in checkout lines. This West Side market was typical of the post-blizzard rush staged by shoppers seeking to replenish bare cupboards. We're told some markets experienced far heavier business than this today. The clientele, no doubt a combination of people who had run out of food and people trying to beat the expected crush tomorrow.
Why are you willing to wait in a line this long?
I have been out all week. I need groceries, as you can see.
I've been here already this morning. I'm bringing her back.
I was scared death to drive.
Some perishables began running low in supply. This store featured a less than comprehensive selection of bread. The supply of eggs seemed to be running low as well. And when the ordeal at the checkout counter was survived, there remained the parking lot to contend with. Mark Lundner, Action 3 News.
Well, what can you do? You got to kind of roll with the punches. There's nothing else you can do, so you just enjoy yourself as best you can. Suffer with everybody else.
However, electric does melt snow.
By the way, we did it on 45th Street near Lorraine. It gets kind of tight down here.